Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Denver Broncos.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On second down, here's the option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. A boom. Still fighting through tackles. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open. There he goes, right side. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Runs through the contact. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. On first down, Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Swift going to try up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Hurts throwing complete to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Hurts. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts. Up 3. So we're in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They'll throw now on the final play. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Desmond Ridder, sharp in the victory, as his guys double up their records at 8-4 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys had the lead at halftime.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On first and 10, it's Hurts. Wide open receiver, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards there for number 15.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Hurts on the option right. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
We're just shy of midfield. Here's a 2nd and 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hurts going to take this himself. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? 80 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He can't get him down. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And he keeps... Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On third down, here comes Swift. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That second down play nets a -4. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. They'll try and run the option. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. He hit. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Philadelphia, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.